Hello, Buddy Crow back, and I'm actually trying out a new kind of video. Basically, I'm going to be playing this game. What game I'm playing is actually Hokuto no Ken 2, Ken's Rage, or Fist of the North Star 2, Ken's Rage. I've been playing this game since March. It's the reason it's taken me so long to play it. I actually completed the Legend mode. I'm actually just barely started playing the Dream mode, and that's what I'm going to be playing while I'm talking during this video. Basically, I got, I guess, inspired from Steve Benway's Not the Friday Talkie, where he's playing a game and he's just talking about stuff. And I figured, you know, that's perfect for what the kind of thing I want to do. But I don't know what to call my video. In fact, I'm not even really sure what I'm going to be calling this video. But if you have any ideas, let me know. Maybe I'll take one of your ideas if I like the idea. I mean, I don't know what to call it. It's kind of like a vlog, kind of like I'm going to be talking about whatever. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. But there's just a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I actually don't know how often I'm going to do this. Maybe this will be the only time. I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, and I have no other real, videos I can talk about it in. I did I just filmed a pickups video, but I'm going to be posting that video after this one. This video, I'm not going to really be editing that much. I might put an intro on it, and that's about it. But this game, it's gotten really bad reviews, but I'm a really big fan of Fist of the North Star. And, again, I had to pick, like, all this dialogue to be talking over. But this is the Dream mode, where it doesn't exactly happen the way it happens in the anime. So it's kind of like a what if scenario, and there's tons of what if scenarios. I'm only playing Kenshiro's right now. But yeah, I don't know what to call these kinds of videos, because it's not really about the game I'm playing, it's more about different random subjects. So yeah, that's that. I also have like a list of notes of stuff I want to talk about, and I kept adding more and more stuff to it. But yeah, that would pretty much be the intro to this kind of video that I'm hoping to make. Kind of, like I said, inspired by Steve Benway. Kind of like how early last year, I tried doing the Crow Show. That, again, was inspired by Steve Benway's Friday Talkie. But anyway, does anybody find it funny that Steve Benway stopped doing the Friday Talkie and then called the video Not the Friday Talkie, and he did it 2 Fridays in a row? I think that's kind of funny, but I enjoy his stuff. Again, my stuff probably pale in comparison to his. It probably will suck. We'll see. If anybody enjoys this actual type of video, let me know. If not, I don't have to do this again. I just trying something a little bit different. But one of the things I really wanted to mention was I really haven't been doing that much, playing that many games or anything in the last month, and that's because in July, where I work, they laid off like a ton of people, like 10 people, where we had like 45 people, they laid off 10 people. Now, I work as a data analyst. Okay, it looks like we're actually going to be starting the game here. Defeat row. Okay. I work as a data analyst, and I was one of 2 data analysts, and one of the people let go was the other data analyst. So I basically inherited another, I basically have twice the workload I had already. So, and the other data analyst didn't exactly do things the way I did them. So, oh shit, he must be kept safe. Now you tell me. Okay. Well, he walks right into a bunch of guys here. Yeah, that one. Do that. So yeah, I had to figure out everything he was doing, and basically convert everything to the way I do it. So I was working really, really long hours. There's some more guys here. Toki, don't run away! Let's take this base over! I just like this because it's just like mindless beat-em-up action. That's why I can kind of talk over it while I'm playing it. Okay, I got that base, so now I can get the hell out of here. So yeah, I was working and I kind of still am working ridiculously long hours. We're talking about from 8 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. I was doing that several nights in a row. I was doing 64, 65 hours a week. And on top of that, trying to, when I get home, work on these pinball machines, work on selling items. So, yeah, I didn't know how well this was going to work. I was actually thinking about maybe just talking over gameplay footage that I had already done. And then I really couldn't find any footage I like that. I was like, screw it. I'm going to just talk over gameplay footage while I play it. See how that goes. It's working kind of okay, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should have done something that required less attention. But, well, yeah, again, that'll just make the video longer. Hey, there's a chest over here. It's probably a scroll. Alright. So, yeah. So I've been really, really busy, and really the games has been taking a back seat to everything. So yeah, what else have I been working on? Oh yeah, I was working like 65 hours a week. Last week I only worked 55. Now you may be thinking to yourself, well, yeah, you're working bigger, longer hours, so you're getting paid more money. No, not exactly. See, I don't get paid hourly. I get paid salary, so it really doesn't matter how long I work. But again, at least I have a job. Oh shit, what the hell happened there? I lost like a ton of health. I don't know what I'm getting hit by. Oh, what the hell? But the way I have things set up, I should be... Just get rid of these guys. I should be earning more health. Okay, fence... Oh, okay. That's why. I should have saved those, yeah, for this guy. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. Next thing, the Hyperball. You'll see it in my video. Crap, they're shooting like arrows at me and stuff. I thought I was going to have it fixed by now. I really thought I knew what the problem was. I was testing out things. Oh, damn, I should have dodged it. Okay, here we go. I was testing out things. I was almost 100% convinced it was the logic board. Now, on Hyperball, the logic board is unique. It's usually in a pinball machines, they run by systems. They have the same logic board, they have the same CPU board, they have the same power supply, and they're interchangeable within a certain amount of games. And Hyperball runs on a Williams System 7, except the logic board is completely unique to that machine. And I tested out I replaced interconnect between the system, the CPU board, and the logic board, which is what the guy who sold it to me thought it was. And so I got a new interconnect, soldered new pins, made sure there was no cold solder joints, and man, I should have taken Steve Benway's cue and just done a leisurely drive or something in the video. There we go. Get away. And so I replaced it. I actually got a new one, and I paid actually a lot for it, like $170, because I was things I was testing out. I was fairly certain that was it, and I was like, you know what? If that isn't the problem, at least I'll have an extra board, because it's totally unique. They're hard to find, and I actually ran across one, so I bought it. Replaced it. It was guaranteed to work. Same exact issues with the... Where's Toki going? Okay, he's behind me. Good. So I replaced it. Same exact issues, which tells me it's not none of the boards at all. I mean, it may be some power supply, but the targets are receiving the correct voltage. I don't think it's the pins on the interconnect. There's a small chance it is the CPU board, but for some reason I really doubt it. So I took apart the machine. I was swapping out the optics, and I was getting different results. depending on which bay I was plugging it in. So, it tells me it's something with the boards, the optics or something like that. So, I have it open, and this was Thursday, I kind of determined that. I bought new optics for the, let's see, it's 9 of them I needed. I'm just going to replace them all. In the meantime, I was just going to resolder and see if that fixed anything. But the guy was telling me that he replaced the optics in one bay that didn't work completely. And I believed him, and I was like, you know, okay, so it's not the optics, but I think it is the optics. Something's wrong with the optics. Because there were other targets not in that bay that didn't work. I don't know if I'm making any sort of sense at all. I'm just beating up people. So yeah, Hyperball is working. I'm working on it. The other thing that I'm doing is, again, I'm still selling games. There's still tons of people there. Let's clear out a whole section here. The weekend I bought Hyperball was the same weekend I was going to start putting stuff on eBay. But because I bought the Hyperball, I got distracted and I never did that. So last week was the first... there he is. Last weekend was the first weekend, not this weekend, but the last weekend was the first weekend I posted stuff on eBay. And I've been selling them at buy it now prices. I managed to sell about, post about 10 things. I sold about 3. I reposted them. So changed the prices on some of it. We'll see what happens. My goal is to post at least 10 things per week. I do have about 18 or 20 listings on eBay right now. So, yeah, we'll see. Actually, right before I started making this video, I sold an NES with Mario and Duck Hunt and a light gun and everything. So, you know, slowly but surely, I won't be able to mail that till Tuesday because of the holiday. Okay, defeated him. I have to look at what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, if you didn't know, I do have another channel, Video Game Quick Clips, and I actually have been taking some, punch those barrels. I've been taking some, Toki's getting ahead of me. Keep Toki safe, come back here! I have been taking my game footage that I have been recording, and I've been slowly making quick clips out of those. So I did post some a couple weeks ago. I actually have 4 more videos I could post that I just haven't yet for whatever reason. So yeah. Also, I did buy a new capture device and never mentioned it anywhere. I bought it like 6 weeks ago. It's kind of the same one I was going to buy off of Jason Relaxation, but the problem with that is he's from Canada. The shipping would have been at least $20. And I actually wound up buying it for cheaper than he wanted to sell it for. There's actually 4 different POG HD PVRs. There's 2 gaming-specific ones, and there's 2 just general use ones. I kind of bought the cheaper of the computer general use ones. And one of the reasons I was hesitating on it so much was because of... well, one of the reasons I wanted it was because it would record through HDMI. But the downside is that it wouldn't work with the PS3 HDMI because of the, I can't remember what the term is, the security they have on it. They don't want you recording, so it blanks it out. And sure enough, if you plug PS3 in through HDMI, you get nothing. However, there are a couple ways around this. Now, I know Rich from Review Tech USA made a video where you can convert the signal to DVI, and then ooh, gotta dodge him here. You can convert the signal to DVI and then reconvert to HDMI back in there. But the only problem with that is you need to have a separate sound source. I actually found another solution. I found a splitter, HDMI splitter. Where'd the guy go? I lost it. There it is. HDMI splitter on eBay that actually removes the security. So you just plug the HDMI through this splitter, and voila, you can record through HDMI on PS3 and anything else that they don't want you to. So that's actually this footage that I'm recording right now. Is go straight through HDMI out of the PS3. And I really like it. And like the quick clips that I'm doing now, not the quick clips, the Crow Plays videos with the Pinball Arcade, that's actually going through Component because when I recorded that video, that was before I had done all that. So that's still through Component. But the Wii U footage with the Data East Arcade collection and any more future what the hell pickups videos where I show game footage that's on like the PS3 or the Xbox 360 or the Wii U, that's all pure HDMI that I'm recording. It looks like I have done everything here. I need to just fight Rao, which he's all the way in the corner down there. So so yeah, I did get a new I could actually explore around them for a while and find containers here. Oh, there was really nothing in there. But I'm going to kind of head straight down there. So yeah, I got a new capture device. Oh, can I? What's that? Okay. I thought I was supposed to... You can't jump in this one. That's one of the things they changed from the original one. And I kind of like having the dodge ability rather than the jump. I kind of like the way that plays out a little bit more. So faster battles. Okay, let's stop here for a second. Okay, Nintendo 2DS. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. A lot of people are talking about the Nintendo 2DS. And I guess I was kind of guilty too. When I first saw it, I was like, what is the point of this? I mean, oh, here he is. He just, like, was like, oh, I'm going to come to you. I need to, okay, this kind of makes me invincible for a little while. But yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, it looks like crap, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it took a day, and everybody kind of realized that, yeah, this isn't for everybody. This 2DS is for kids. You know, that's why they got... One of my things is, like, why did they get rid of the hinge? You can't fold it up. And, well, yeah, if you think about it, with kids playing on the, you know, 3DS, the regular DS, and all the variations then, that's the biggest... Oh, was oh, it ran out. Oh, and he's got it now. I have to kind of run away from him until I can... until he were... Because I can't touch him now. So yeah, that's why they got rid of the hinge. That was my biggest thing. It's like, why did they get rid of the hinge? Now, I can understand why they would make, oh, damn, I should have... I'm not really paying attention. I should have dodged that. Like that. But yeah, it's so the kids can't break them, because if you look at kids, like, their DS, their 3DS, the hinges are usually, like, all shot on that. That kind of eliminates that problem. But Nintendo did make a problem with... there are issues with it. And there's two issues with it. One is when they were announcing it, they kind of didn't mention that it was for kids. And that's what kind of confused everybody. It is specifically for kids, like 10 and under, if you're older than that. And that's why they got rid of the 2D too, you know, so they don't have problems with the 3D. If you ask me, they should have left the 3D in there, though. And just made it like a, off to start with. And, you know, maybe later on it was something you could activate, you know, the parents could activate it. Because you know that the kids are going to get older, and perhaps they'll get old enough to where they want the 3D. But I guess that's, you know, Nintendo's way of saying, well, if you want the 3D, now you have to buy another 3DS. Trade in your old 2DS and get a 3DS. The other thing I have a problem with is the naming convention. The 2DS. Now, people that are into video games are going to know that, hey, the 2DS is really a 3DS is going to play 3DS games. But there are going to be people out there that are really not going to know what's going on, and then they're going to be like, well, where are the 2DS games? They're not going to realize that the 3DS games are going to play on the 2DS. Oh, shit. Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous to you and me, anybody watching this video, but there are people out there like that. They just don't understand. They're not into the, you know, the gaming culture at all. they're not going to know. They're going to be like, where's the 2DS games? There's no 2DS games. I have to get a 3DS for a 3DS games. And, you know, again, Rich from Tech USA made a video on it where he said, oh, the 2DS is a very good idea on Nintendo's part, which I don't entirely agree upon. I mean, I think it's an idea, but they shouldn't have really, I guess, they should have really mentioned it. It was for kids, I guess is my point. So yeah, I think it's a good idea, but again, I don't have a 3DS. I still enjoying the Vita. Barely have time to play that as it is, and so what am I going to do with a 3DS? You know, not play that? Again, I'm really enjoying my Vita. Hot Shots Golf games like and Wipeout games like that. I don't really need the 2 screens. I don't need the 3D. The 3D again is like a novelty, a gimmick to me. It's interesting to see, but my wife has a 3DS, and to me the screen looks better in 2D mode. And I know a lot of people when they play the 3DS. Oh, he punched me. They're more into the crap. They play it more in 2D mode anyway. So what else do I have here? Oh yeah, YouTube getting rid of the subscription page. At first, you know, it was just redirected. I knew it was inevitable. I knew it was inevitable that was going to happen. They were going to get, because nothing was linking to the My Subscription page anymore. I think that was the My Subscription page. Now it's just subscriptions. And yeah, I couldn't use it. It was hard to use. Luckily for you know, Chrome users, Firefox users, there are extensions that you can get that will make it more usable. I'm using 2 extensions, and one of them actually returns it back to the block status. And actually, the other advantage is it actually get rid of watched videos in the list. So if I've watched a video, it'll make those videos disappear. I can turn that on and off if I like. So again, options, that's better to have. YouTube doesn't seem to like giving people options, but at least with the extensions you can get some of those options. The other thing was, the other extension is anytime you click on anything that will take you to the home page of YouTube, it automatically redirects you to the subscription page, which is very helpful because now I can click on the YouTube logo and actually automatically go to, the the subscription page, because the YouTube homepage, there's absolutely no reason anybody ever needs to go there. And subscription page is a hell of a lot more helpful, seeing what people I've subscribed to have uploaded. That bar on the left-hand side that's got all my list of managed subscriptions or whatever, completely useless because it doesn't show all my subscriptions. It's just totally useless. It's always there, and it's always useless because and they're not even in alphabetical. Well, I guess they are kind of in alphabetical. I don't know. I really can't tell. All I know is whenever there's a channel I want to view, it's not in that list. So it's kind of stupid. The other thing YouTube is doing is removing video responses. And again, what is the point of that? And their excuse for doing that is completely stupid. Their excuse for doing that is that they don't get that many clicks. That many clicks. Not that many people watch them. That's the reasoning for it. Why? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, there's lots of people out there that are putting videos out there that don't get that many views. And actually, I think that I'm not going to play anymore. There's only one more topic after this anyway. I get to get some of these things. I'm going to have to check out the Nexus. Oh, and I've unlocked more of this thing. I'm sure it unlocks all the way when I complete all the Hokuto people. But, yeah, let's just leave that there. But I'm going to just finish on a couple things. So, yeah, instead of... my plug unplugged here. Instead of fixing things or making them better, they're just getting rid of them altogether. And they're like saying, oh, people don't click on these videos enough, so let's not have them at all. That makes no sense. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of like community questions. Like somebody might ask, oh, you know, what are your top 3 favorite games in this genre? And if you do a video response, you get interested. You like want to keep going back to that video and saying, yeah, I made a video response. I'm interested in what other people have to say on that. So you'll go back to the video and watch other people's videos, and it was kind of a good way for other channels to get more exposure. But YouTube says that not enough people click on them. Let's not have them at all. Their solution is to have links in the comments. So if you wanted to actually do a video response, you'd have to leave a comment and leave a link to your video in the comment. And with some people's videos, I mean, they don't even show all the comments on the video page. You have to go to a different page without the video to see everybody's comments to begin with. And videos are just going to get buried, and people are going to be posting links to videos that have nothing to do with the video. It's going to be, chaos. I mean, some people, like, you had the ability to accept, you'd have to accept the video response for it to appear, so well, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's just a total disaster. They're making things worse in that respect, and it's so stupid. The reason not enough people click on them. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do in the future? Like, say that, oh, you know what? If you post a video and it doesn't get 100 views in a month, we're going to just delete it off of YouTube. Is that the next step? Is that the next thing they're gonna do? It's just completely ridiculous what they're doing from that going forward. And yeah, so yeah, I just want to touch upon that. And the other thing I was gonna do is, like, if I continued doing this series, I would respond to certain comments or something like that. Maybe somebody put a comment in one of my videos I thought deserved to be spoken about. Everybody would know about this comment, because again, that's another thing, like, a problem with YouTube they're not going to fix. If you make a comment to a video, if you're like one of the first person that watches a video and you leave a comment, you're not going to see what everybody else comments. I mean, it's kind of an issue, I guess. If you're interested in what people comment on a video, you have to keep going back to the video to see what other comments people leave, because sometimes it's kind of interesting to see the kind of comments people leave on certain videos, but you actually have to remember to go back to that video. What was I going to say now? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I figured that, if you wanted to leave a comment, maybe I'll, like, if I do another one of these videos, I could respond to that. Questions, comments, anything like that. But I just wanted to touch upon this other comment somebody left on my Pinball Expo 2012 video. This person, I'm not going to comment on who it is. If you want to see who it is, you can go to this video. It's Pinball Expo 2012, a closer look at 100 plus pinball machines. They left a comment that said, pinball is much better on computers and consoles for various reasons. And I didn't know how to reply to this comment for a long time, because it's just, to me, insane to think that somebody would think that a computerized virtual pinball machine is better than actually playing a real pinball machine. So I eventually left a comment back that said, simulated pinball better than real pinball? So you'd rather play a simulated computerized table of something like Medieval Madness than play the actual pinball machine. And then they commented back, I don't care about Medieval Madness, as there are way better computer tables, which I disagree. No computer table is better than a real computer table. I totally disagree with that. Check out 4Pro pinball games. Yes, I have checked them out. I don't like them that much. I mean, they're interesting, but compared to a real pinball table, no. Zen pinball and even old pinball. Like, he's referring to Pinball Dreams, Pinball Fantasy, Pinball Illusions. I liked those games back in the day, but again, I think they're outdated. You get way better pinball experiences with, like, the Pinball Arcade and Zen Pinball. But again, if you're playing Pinball Arcade and you have the game Funhouse and you have the real machine Funhouse, and which you're going to play? You're going to play the real machine. You're not going to play it on your... I mean, it'd be interesting to see how well they simulated it. I'm sure, like, and again, it's cheaper, like, way cheaper. Like, you're talking about $250 for Funhouse, emulated on your PS3 or on your Android, compared to, $3,000 for, or $3,000 for a real Funhouse machine. But again, if you had the real Funhouse machine, you're gonna splurge that extra $250 to see how well they emulated it. But again, you might play it on your PS3 every now and again, but you're not. You're gonna mainly play your pinball machine. I mean, and then he continues on. I don't need to but. I'm sure he meant buy a machine for $1,000+ or in the long run spend lots of coins. Yeah, you don't need to, but you want to because it's more fun. 2. I don't need to go out if it's cold, warm, or rainy. So he's basically saying he doesn't want to go outside in any kind of weather at all. 3. Computerized pinball games have hidden stages, bonus tables, you name. Yeah, okay, that is interesting. Sometimes they do that. But again, that's stuff that you can't do in a real pinball machine. I can kind of agree with that. Sometimes there are computerized pinball games where you can't do things like that. Like there's a Plants vs. Zombies Zen pinball machine that has all this water in it. That's not going to be possible in a real pinball machine. So that's kind of interesting. But again, that compared to a real pinball machine, the real physics and everything, there's no comparison. And then he says, sure, a real machine is more abstract due to RL, which I guess he means real life gravity, but computer tables are enough abstract for me. And I think he has that backwards, because the real machines are grounded in real life. They're not abstract at all. But then the computer-generated tables are more abstract. You could do things in those that you can't really do. So I just had to comment on it because that was so weird. But I'm just wondering if anybody else who's listening, still at this point, can agree with that. Do you like, emulated or, just Zen pinball over real pinball? Real pinball machines? Is there anybody else that agrees with that? I mean, I don't know this person's background, if they've ever played a real pinball machine, or, perhaps they're really young, they don't really know, like, pinball at all. I mean, has he ever played a pinball machine? Does he think that it's like an arcade game? But again, with an arcade game, it seems a little bit different to me, because yeah, you can play, emulated arcade games, and it's a little bit closer experience, but still not the same as playing arcade. But again, it's close enough for me. But yeah, I just kind of thought I'd throw that out there. And again, I've rambled on very, very, very long time in this video. Maybe I'll do this a little bit differently to where I'm not actually playing a game. I feel I got distracted a lot, but I'm going to shoot this out there and see what kind of feedback I got on this video. So thanks, everyone, for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.